everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Nicole and this is my journey to motherhood. Well, it's mine and my husband's journey to parenthood, but he's currently not here. But anyway, we have been approved finally and we have gotten our license and we have not gotten any calls yet. Like, I have both papers right here in front of me, but one paper shows the agency's name, and since it is the only one in our area, I don't want to say what it is. And then our license have our address on it, but I can tell you what our license has on it besides our address. So our license consists of mine and my husband's name, our address, how many children we are able to keep in our home. So it would be about, we thought we could have like 2, but turns out they put down 1. And it also states the age group. Now that's the confusing part, because we know we told them we were willing to accept children 5 and under. I believe it was 5, maybe 4 and under, but it was one of those 2, but we were able to accept them. But on here it has us from 0 to 19 years. So I don't know if that was a typo and we can call them up and fix it or what. The other thing is it has the current approval date, which is the 13th of April, and then the expiration date, which is March 19th of 2023. So this is good for 2 years. And then it has a signature and all of that stuff, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get it framed and hang it up because we're super excited about having that. Now, as far as it goes to the phone calls and everything, it hasn't been a whole lot of time, but we are getting impatient. And I know it's a good thing to think like, oh, if we haven't gotten any calls, that means there's no children out there that need to be in our care at this time. And it's like, that's a great thing, but at the same time, we want it to happen already. And I know it sounds terrible, but I mean, we want a child to come into our custody, whether it's a child up for adoption or a foster child or whatever. We're just like, okay, we're ready. We're patiently trying to wait for this. And when I say patiently, I'm saying that like it's not so much. Like, every time my phone rings, I check it. Every time it's about to die, I'm like, oh, what if it dies and then they called me and I didn't answer and then everything's all messed up. So yeah, it's like, it's really nerve-wracking. And sorry about the stuffy nose and like the voice crackling. My allergies have been insane today, which is why I'm not wearing makeup. My eyes are puffy and they have like dark circles and everything. I wasn't sleeping well last night and now I have this dealing with. But besides that, nothing else really special is going on in our life. Like, because of COVID, we normally would go out and do stuff, and like, we went to Disney World, but that was because we got vaccinated and everything. But as far as it goes when it comes to us going out and doing stuff, majority of the places that we go to are closed. So like Disneyland, we go to Disneyland, but Disneyland opens next week. But we have to plan a trip and make reservations for it. But I know once we're able to do that and once it opens up, and if we do get a child in our custody, that's going to be like the first thing we're going to do is like book a trip together, because I think that would be kind of like one of those icebreaker type things. Like, hey, we get to go on this little mini trip. We can hang out and have fun and get to know each other. We can find out what type of foods you guys like to eat and what type of foods you guys don't like to eat. So I think that would be the best thing. At least that's just my opinion. So we're hoping that that's something we can do with the little one when we get them. Yeah. I had another video talking about how I put in an inquiry, I think that's what it is. Basically, I stated that we were interested in a child that is up for adoption that's currently in Southern California. And I was really excited about it, but it also states on her profile that if we don't hear back from them, chances are we're not a good match. But at the same time, it says it takes a while for them to message you. So I don't want to completely be like, okay, well, obviously we can't get her, and then go and put in for another one or whatever. And turns out it's just taking a while because of COVID and all the other candidates for her and everything. So we're hoping that we can figure that out. I also found out that we get to go and look at the roster for Adopt US Kids. So I know there's a couple of groups that I'm a part of where they mention things like that and they tag Adopt US Kids. I keep wanting to say us kids, but Adopt US Kids. And I know that there's a couple of programs that are working with them and agencies, and turns out our agency works with them. Sorry about that, guys. My phone died. But pretty much, I'm actually about to head to bed. Buttons is currently in bed. I don't know if you can see her. There she is. Currently in bed. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little mini update on what's been going on and why it's taking so long to post a video. And basically, I didn't want to post a video until we had a kid, so I can be like, oh my gosh, we have a child in our home. And yeah, and because of COVID, it's like we can't really go places and do things. So I have not a whole lot of stuff to post, unless you guys just want me sitting around talking to you guys about everything like how I've been doing. But anyways, with that being said, it is bedtime. It's 10 o'clock. It's time for me to go to sleep. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so here's the thing that we just found out. We haven't been receiving calls because we have been only licensed for one child, but we said we were willing to take in 2 children. So now we had to call, make sure that they understood that yes, we are licensed for 2. The way the room is set up is for 2, a sibling set. Which is relieving to know that that was one of the main reasons why we weren't getting calls. Depressing, but at the same time relieved, because that means, thank you, that means pretty much we could get a call any day, any second, any minute, doesn't matter. Well, probably after today sometime, because they have to let everything register and everything has to process that we basically say that we can take in 2 kids. But there was a mix-up, I guess, or a misunderstanding of that. And either way, it's fixed now, so there's a chance we can get a small child in our home within the next couple of days, or if that. I keep thinking that I'm being like annoying because I'm constantly, oh, it melted, because I'm constantly calling them or asking them questions, but she reassured me not to feel that way and to understand that she understands that this is a new process and new thing for me, and that I'm just trying to pretty much figure out exactly, basically get all my questions so I have a little bit more knowledge on the subject. But yeah, so she was saying that she's completely fine with answering my questions. She's completely fine with me calling her, and she said don't be afraid to pick up the phone and just call her. She's amazing. I love her. She's not our social worker, but I have yet to meet her social worker or even hear from her social worker. So that's a little concerning, because I don't know if they're supposed to do it to where they send you an email and they're like, hi, my name is such and such, I'm your social worker, and I'll be working with you and a couple of different families in your area. Like, I'm not sure if that's pretty much, hopefully now we will be getting a phone call soon on being able to take in some children, at least 1 or 2. Nothing more than that. We were thinking about 3, but nothing more than that, than 2. But besides that, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.